Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Ruben, and this is my 2020 Mercedes C63s. To give you guys a little bit of walk around of everything done to the car. Pretty much have everything carbon fiber that you can possibly get. I have a front lip, side canards. I have a carbon hood. Do have carbon side skirts. I have the carbon mirror replacements. This isn't like a cap, it's like a whole replacement. The spec of this car does come with all the carbon fiber options from the factory inside. So it does come with a carbon wheel, carbon center console. Coming more to the back, I do have a carbon duckbill and then a carbon rear diffuser as well. The car is on bags. You can tell it's super low. Yeah. I'll show you guys the setup back here. So I opted for doing a really sleek look because I actually use my trunk a lot. I do have my tank all the way up there mounted up top. Sick. And then if you actually look under this whole thing, I have my whole compressor setup with the management right there in the middle. Super just sleek setup. You really never realize that it's even back here.
Did you do it here local in Vegas or?
So I actually have a guy, he's Instagram is Bagged by Danny. He's a pretty local guy around here. He has done 3 cars for me so far, and every single car he's literally done perfect. No issues at all with my airbags. And believe me, with my first car that was bagged, there was a bunch of issues. So it's cool to know that someone does it correctly and they actually go out of their way to do your car good. But I love this car. I had a couple options when I was deciding what car to buy. I bought it for 75 grand and I put 15 grand into the car. Around that price point, you get a G80, you can get a GTR in the low 90s probably. That was another car I was considering. And then one more thing I didn't mention was I painted the brake calipers like a turquoise or like a Tiffany blue.
That looks sick.
I do have wheels that I had on the car, but ended up popping a tire and ended up just slapping on the stocks for now. But kind of looking at the interior a little bit, I do have the bucket seats that come with AMG from the factory. Like I said before, opted for all the carbon fiber in the middle, all the carbon fiber on the steering wheel with Alcantara. And I've put pretty much 30,000 miles on this car in a year and a half. And I've had 4 cars in between, so definitely driven. I take it on road trips. I take it to California a lot because my brother and I are always filming content.
When I had the 340, I put 26,000 miles in 1 year.
Really? But keep in mind, I bought it in Utah and I drove it back. So that was already 500-600 miles off the rip first day. Crazy. And then when I first got it, everyone gets excited buying a new car. Yeah. I was taking trips pretty much everywhere for absolutely no reason. So I was putting, I think I easily cracked 5,000 miles my first months. Crazy. And then I chilled out a little bit, but.
I remember the first day I got my 340, it was like a whole gas tank I wasted that night. I was just driving up and down.
Dude, it's crazy. And it's crazy considering that how long ago it was. And we had raced the CLA 45 against M340. It's fucking insane.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I still think back of how we met. I was driving down the street. I had just came back from the gym, and then you were in your Subaru and I was in my Honda, and we were just like, you're like, hey, let's pull over at the gas station. And then
so to give you guys a little bit of a little story time, right? That day I was actually coming back from Santa Barbara. I was driving down from Santa Barbara. I had raced a Type R that night too. So it was funny that I raced a Type R and then I ended up getting to, it was around Torrance, around that area. And then I find you and I was like, oh, screw it, another run. And it was funny because I won the Type R, and then I believe I lost to you by a little bit, or did I win?
I think you won. Oh, so I think we were a little even on the street, but then once we hopped on the freeway, I don't know if you like switched maps or I don't know what you did.
I was on E30 at that time, so I know the top end on that car, it would just go. But I ended up racing him there, and then we ended up pulling over, just switching Instagrams. Yeah. And then a year later, my brother owned a 2020 CLA 45 AMG, which is just a baby version of this car, basically. And we ended up racing your M340 against that car. I know how many views that video has on my channel.
I saw it on YouTube the other day.
Yeah, it's almost 1 million views on that video. Crazy. I still get comments on that video to this day.
Well, everybody's like, oh, like there's a lot of content out there about like M3 versus like C63s because they're like pretty.
Yeah, I'd say if you mod an M340, it's gonna absolutely obliterate a CLA 45. Those cars, you can literally just look at them and they start gaining power. So, but yeah, that's much to walk around of this car. I have no idea if I'm going to keep this car or not, but I mean, we'll see future.
It's tight. But well, the 342, I had leased it, and then, so I had like put like 2,000 down something, and I was paying like $600 a month, which was like pretty crazy at that time.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
And then I put like 26,000 miles in it.
Okay.
And so I bought it for 52, and then they bought it back for 48.
Damn,
So
dude.
that whole time, like I didn't lose my
Yeah, but you got sweet spot of like you bought it at the right
Yeah.
time and you sold it
sold
at the right time. See, bought at the wrong time and I'm gonna sell at the wrong time. So this is definitely like a financial like just mistake, dude. It's like when I do the math on how much I've lost on this car, I've easily probably lost like 40 grand.
40 inch.
Yeah, so kind of a little depressing. I should have just gone for the McLaren, but it is what it is.
What kind of McLaren do you think you're gonna go for?
Either a 570S or a 600 LT. It's either like 140 or 600 LT runs for around 200.
200.
But the 600 LT, because they're a lot less common, they're a lot limited, they hold their value a lot more. But I always hear from like people that drive, like actually drive expensive, you're better off buying the one with high mileage that's not gonna, like buy it with 20,000 miles. That way you can put another 20,000 and it's not gonna depreciate that much. In comparison to if you buy one with like 2,000, 3,000 miles, you put 20,000, yeah, you're gonna take a big hit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, especially with exotics. Yeah, you wanna do a little drive around?
Yeah, let's do it.
The crazy part, Ty Lopez said it in one of his podcasts years ago, and I remember hearing it, where he said the majority of the things that I market are to people under 25, because there's a study done on anyone over 25, their like morals and like way they are is almost set in stone. They just grow from that. So like you can't time basically.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's
Do you get pulled over a lot in this or not?
not that much. I don't have plates on it though, so that's the only way they pull me over. But not that much. Honestly, I noticed the nicer car you have, the more cops won't even.
Yeah.
When I got pulled over in that Subaru, that day you met me, I had gotten 2 tickets that day.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's tight. How are cops around here with like
They don't care. Exhaust, tint, like this is tinted.
Yeah.
Tint, they don't care. Vegas doesn't care at all. I mean, obviously they'll care if you're speeding, but like even right now, it's a little inflated because it's the new year. It's fucking crazy. I haven't had that, but I've had some pretty douchebag cops. Right here.
No, we can keep going straight, and then there's a way that you can take it right.
All right. That's what I tell you. This thing doesn't grip at all. I remember when we raced the CLA45 and M340. I was gonna say let's do a dig, because that car did crazy like 0 to 60.
Yeah.
About to have a massive pothole somewhere.
Yeah. How's the switch between like California to this?
Dude, I've been here for it's coming up on 4 years now.
For shit.
And it doesn't feel like it.
No.
But I mean, dude, it's way cheaper here. Like that the fucking loft I was saying in, those are 10 grand in California. No fucking border, right?
No, you should be good.
See, it's fucking just sliding. So these wheels aren't wide enough for this car. I remember when I first, I was like, damn, this loses traction everywhere.